Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into the AI world, which is moving at this pace Google's CEO Sundar Pichai called Code Red.
Yeah, ever since ChatGPT really kicked things off.
Exactly. It's not just fast iteration. It feels like an industry-wide scramble, an emergency acceleration.
And you really feel that regency across all the source material we've looked at for you. It's not, small updates here and there.
No.
We're talking whole new ways of building these things, actual medical breakthroughs happening, big shifts in hardware geopolitics, and society just trying to catch up. Often things change in, a matter of days.
It's wild. So our mission today is really to give you the shortcut through all this, to map out this explosive landscape.
Figure out where the power is really shifting.
Yeah, and what it actually means for you, the learner. We want to cut through that noise and pinpoint the critical friction points, the things you need to grasp right now.
Okay, so let's start with the models themselves, the actual AI systems.
The model race.
Right. And the biggest takeaway, honestly, stop getting too attached to any one model.
Because they become outdated so fast.
The obsolescence rate is just, staggering. It's almost funny.
Like that Anthropic Opus 4.1 example. It was basically legacy tech almost immediately after launching.
Days later.
Is that pace even sustainable? Or is it just, burning through innovation for tiny gains that don't last?
Well, it feels frantic, that's for sure. But it's not totally random. What the sources are showing is that, interestingly, smaller models are starting to perform surprisingly well.
Punching above their weight, kind of.
Exactly that phrase. Look at Claude Haiku 4.5. It's matching some of the earlier, bigger reasoning systems. And sometimes, in user studies, it's actually beating its larger, more costly relatives.
So it's not just about sheer size anymore.
Smart design is becoming more important, which leads to efficiency.
Ah, yes. I thought the engineering work on efficiency was maybe the most compelling sign of real progress here. How to make these things cheaper and faster to actually run.
That's where the clever architecture comes in?
Like dynamic layer routing.
Dynamic layer routing is a fantastic example. Basically, the model learns to skip processing layers it doesn't need for a specific query.
How many layers are we talking?
Sometimes 3, sometimes up to 11 layers per query. And here's the kicker. It often improves the accuracy while doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like taking a smarter shortcut that actually gets you a better result faster and cheaper.
Precisely. That's efficiency as a real breakthrough, not just an incremental tweak.
And there are other approaches, too.
Oh, yeah. We're seeing different styles emerge, like diffusion-style LLMs. They compose text in parallel, which is a different way of working. Potentially, yeah. And there's this technique called test time sampling. It lets models show strong reasoning skills without needing tons of extra training.
Getting more out of what they already know.
Kind of. And all this power, it's shrinking. Mobile M Pro is making it possible to do complex reasoning, even with long context, right there on your phone. Locally.
No cloud needed. That's big. And this raw power, it's leading to some applications that, frankly, surprise me.
Like the medical example.
Exactly. That was a real aha moment. A specialized Google model, C2S scale.
Only 27 billion parameters, relatively focused.
Right. It predicted a specific, complex pathway for cancer therapy. And the really crucial part.
It was later validated, clinically, by researchers at Yale.
Yeah. This isn't just AI assisting research anymore. It's potentially making original medical discoveries. That feels different.
And it highlights the power of specialization. We're seeing these niche AIs pop up that just crush the general purpose models in their specific domain.
Like Lie AI?
Perfect example. It beat systems like ChatGPT and Gemini on legal accuracy tasks by, over 30%?
Huge margin.
It suggests the future might not be one giant AI brain, but maybe, a whole team of specialized experts working together.
A collective intelligence.
Okay.
Before we shift to business uses, just a quick point on the hardware side. There's real tension there.
Oh, absolutely. NVIDIA hit that mind-boggling $4 trillion valuation.
Unbelievable, no.
But at the same time, the sources suggest they've lost basically all their market share in China.
Which forces Chinese labs to accelerate work on their own domestic chips, right? Big geopolitical ripples.
Definitely. And that kind of pressure, it fuels innovation, too. We're seeing new tools emerge quickly.
Like on the creative side, Google's Nano Banana.
Yeah, for generating really precise, photorealistic images very quickly. And in robotics, Meta's Digi 8 sensors are getting traction.
For tactile ones, giving robots a sense of touch.
Exactly, helping them manipulate objects much more effectively. Okay, so that's the performance side. Let's pivot now.
Section 2. How is AI actually getting used? moving from like a cool toy to being part of the fundamental plumbing of business.
And the key concept here, I think, is agentic AI.
Agentic AI, define that for us quickly.
It's crucial. Agentic means the AI isn't just responding to you, it's doing things for you, autonomously.
So not just what should I write in this email, but draft this email, find the relevant report, attach it, and send it to the project team.
Exactly. Multi-step tasks, complex workflows, without needing a human to guide every single step.
We're seeing concrete examples, right? Anthropic adding skills to Claude.
Yeah, letting it automate specific things like, say, complex spreadsheet calculations or pulling data from different sources.
And these agents aren't just standalone tools. They're being embedded into existing platforms.
Right. Oracle launched an AI agent marketplace right inside its Fusion applications. Salesforce and Google are doing massive integrations.
Gemini going into Agentforce 360, into Google Workspace.
They're making AI a native feature, not just some bolt-on accessory. It's becoming part of the environment.
And the tools for developers are evolving fast, too, making this easier. GitHub Copilot, for instance.
Copilot added an agent mode, which is a big step, and it now supports local models, like a llama, directly in VS Code.
Which means developers get flexibility, right? They can use the big proprietary models or open source ones running on their own machine, all in the same workflow.
Seamlessly, yeah. And if you, as a developer, aren't sure which model is best for a specific task,
there's a tool for that, too.
There's Hugging Chat Omni. It's like a meta model. You give it a prompt, and it automatically picks the best model for the job from like 115 open source options.
Wow. Okay. Best tool for the job? Selected automatically.
That's the idea. And one more powerful integration point. Google's Gemini API.
What's new there?
It can now ground its answers in live, real-time data from Google Maps. We're talking over 250 million places.
So AI moving from static knowledge to interacting with huge, dynamic, real-world data sets.
Big implications there. But despite all this cool agentic tech...
There's a but.
There's an interesting reality check in the business world. Look at Salesforce. Their stock took a big hit, right? Dropped 26% in 2025.
Yeah, that was striking. Especially when their CEO, Mark Benioff, was heavily promoting these amazing new AI agent features.
Features that are actually generating significant revenue. The sources mentioned $440 million in annual recurring revenue from AI. That's a 400% jump year over year.
So huge growth, impressive tech, but the market tanks the stock. What's going on there?
It's puzzling. Maybe deep skepticism about the cost versus the payoff, or just general hype fatigue setting in. The market seems wary.
Whatever the reason, the shift is happening on the ground. Like Walmart partnering with OpenAI.
Right, using ChatGPT for shopping. Smarter recommendations, easier e-commerce. AI is moving right into the core customer experience.
Okay, so that leads us naturally into our final section, the friction points.
Because when tech moves this fast, code red speed, society and governance inevitably lag behind. There are consequences.
And the most visible fight right now seems to be around copyright and likeness.
Oh.
Especially with generative video.
Oh, yeah. Sora-Vio's debut immediately triggered pushback. Hollywood agencies were claiming unauthorized use of characters, actor likenesses.
Stuff used in the training data, presumably.
Presumably. And you see the ethical minefield in real time. OpenAI had to specifically block Sora from generating images of Martin Luther King Jr.
Why?
Because his estate raised concerns about potential misuse, disrespectful depictions generated by users. The platforms are reacting to these cultural issues as they explode.
It's messy. But some industries are trying to be proactive, like music.
Yeah, Spotify is working with major labels, trying to develop artist-first AI tools.
Memeing.
The goal seems to be less about fighting AI and more about creating new ways for artists to maybe use it, generate revenue, and importantly, combat AI-driven impersonation and ensure transparency, trying to get ahead of it.
Interesting approach. Now, on a more personal level, privacy is a huge issue.
Huge and, frankly, scary. We saw that massive data leak from those AI girlfriend apps.
Right, exposing millions of private, very intimate conversations. That's a massive security failure.
And it highlights how quickly this automation can create deep vulnerabilities for users.
So the platforms are scrambling, Meta rolling out
parental controls, yeah. Trying to shield teens from potentially inappropriate interactions with AI bots on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook.
And behind the scenes, researchers are building tools to try and fix things systemically, like FAD.
FAD is interesting. It's basically trying to verify if a model has truly forgotten sensitive data it might have been trained on.
Like, can you surgically remove problematic knowledge?
That's the goal, to assess if unlearning actually works, which is critical for mitigating some of these deep privacy risks.
Okay, now here's a connection I didn't expect. AI's environmental cost.
Right. The data centers powering all this AI need absolutely enormous amounts of electricity.
And where are they getting it?
Increasingly from natural gas. The demand is so high, it's actually driving a new fracking boom in places like Texas, which obviously sparks major environmental concerns.
A direct link from digital algorithms to physical resource extraction.
Wow. Yeah. And finally, there's the friction at the human-AI interface. In jobs, in education.
Like in hiring.
Employers are getting stricter. Why? Because so many applicants are using AI to write perfect resumes and cover letters.
Raising questions about authenticity. Who really has the skills?
Exactly. It makes vetting much harder. But there's also investment happening on the human side.
In education, you mean?
Yeah. OpenAI, Microsoft, Anthropic, they're putting millions into training U.S. teachers.
To do what? Use AI in the classroom.
To help with things like lesson planning, finding resources, maybe even engaging students in new ways. It's an admission that educators need support to navigate this shift.
Okay, so let's try to synthesize all this, pulling it together.
What we're seeing are really two conflicting realities playing out simultaneously.
On one side, you have this incredible, hyper-accelerated tech progress.
Real-time 3D worlds, cancer pathways being validated, agents automating whole workflows, mind-bending stuff.
But on the other side, you have the slow, difficult, messy work of governing this technology, adapting privacy rules, building out infrastructure, managing the social impacts.
And that gap creates constant tension. It means today's amazing breakthrough model is, potentially tomorrow's old news.
Which means, for you listening, constant reevaluation is just essential to stay current. You can't just learn one tool and be done.
Absolutely not. And this whole code red mentality, this rush, it drives discovery, sure. But it also puts immense pressure on the foundations.
Specifically, the need to verify the claims being made.
Exactly, making sure the tech actually does what the breathless announcements say it does.
And that verification challenge is the perfect place to leave things, I think. Because despite the mad rush, the sources did highlight a significant walkback recently.
The claim about GPT-5 solving open orders problems.
Right, which turned out to be, well, not quite accurate. It really underscores how vital strong scientific rigor is, especially when the claims are so revolutionary.
So maybe the final thought for you to chew on is this. If verifying the most impressive AI claims remains such a fundamental challenge, how much of this current code red speed is real, durable progress?
And how much might just be, incredibly advanced, incredibly fast-moving hype? Something to consider as this all keeps accelerating.